Always the same. Always YouTube first. Very interesting. Hey, everybody. I am Louis Porter Jr., and I'm trying to put together my windows here as I'm really not doing a good job with this. So welcome to another lovely episode of Transparency Agenda, a.k.a. why can't I get this stuff set before I start the thing, which I always try to, and it never seems to work out that way. It just is how life is. So what fun and interesting things we're going to talk about tonight? There's going to be a lot of fun things tonight, of course. We're talking about a lot of cool things. Some stuff that's popped up literally 30 minutes before I went on. This big important thing that popped up. I was like, what? And like no one said anything. So it's like, what is going on? Is this important? When did this come up? So here we are. That's why I keep telling me the same thing. So let's start off with, of course, our usual, since we're going with the new format. And of course, even with the new format, I've changed some things already. That's right. Our new format has lasted one night, and I made changes. Not big changes, small changes. Just to make some stuff easier for me to remember, because I have problems remembering because I'm an old, bitter man. That's what happened. So right off the bat, let's talk about our Kickstarters. Lots of Kickstarter stuff going on. You can read them at your leisure, of course. I think Lore the Gods only has a couple more minutes, like short time. It's like real short time for that one. It's like, couple hour short time. And Eclipse Phase, let me see where Eclipse Phase is. I'm just kind of curious. I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, Lore of the Gods is like 62 minutes left. So boom. And they're almost at 5,500. So boom. Their success, they got over their goal. They did what they were supposed to do, and that's important. Yeah. And to make it even crazier, Eclipse Phase has 115 minutes left. I thought it had like 2 or 3 days left. They're at 183,000, which I didn't think they were going to make. Looks like they had a big jump at the end. Oh, what a surprise with Kickstarter, big jump at the end. So it looks like they're going to, maybe get I'm going to say 190, but it's not going to be 190. But if it pulls off 190, I'll be impressed. Let me see what other quick things they got. To see what you got unlocked. 175, Eclipse Phase Wiki. Oh, they're doing a wiki. How cool. And at 185, which we're very close to, they're going to do an intro adventure. That's good. I'm glad they did some really cool stuff here. They had some really cool stuff. They got a lot of money. I'm glad they did very well. It's a good series. I thought it was amazing. So it's like, why not? Adventure Kit. I think Adventure Kit's doing well too. They're doing pretty well, I assume. In my head, they are. 21,000. Yeah, they still got 14 days ago. So yeah, they're still doing good. So at least 2 of them be off, I think. And then, of course, our regular 5e focus ones and our Pathfinder ones. So you can go through there and check what you want, see what you like, find what's exciting. And I changed our just plain self-promotion to self-promotion and business, because I kept saying, I really want to add more business stuff, because there's some cool business stuff going on. I want people to know about it. So I said, hey, why don't you just call it that in business, which I did. And with that, boom, I added this self-promotional stuff. Oh, sorry, guys on YouTube, I didn't push your thing through. That happens sometimes. Boom. So yeah, we got our own stuff for New Access Legacies. Oh yeah, if you're checking out Legacies, we asked a really cool question today. I'll come back to it later, because I don't know. This is one part, but I think some people will be interested. It's from one of our one of our members. He thought it was an interesting question. I thought it was kind of cool, so I said, hey, let's put it up. Let's see what people think about it. So you can check it in there. It's also over at Pathfinder RPG and Pathfinder GMs on Facebook. You can read there. Stonemeyer, of course, has always great stuff to read. Once again, I tell you, read it every day. There's always something to read there. That's quality that'll get you inspired. And I also added in Black Diamond Games blog. Black Diamond Games is a game company. I'm going to say technically in San Francisco, but I think it's really not San Francisco, but I think it's like, where is he? He's in Concord, which I assume it's in the area near that. Anybody in California want to, give me a better view? I'm an East Coast boy. I can tell you things on the East Coast. I don't know anything in California. So yeah, but he's a well-known retailer, well-respected, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good retail stories. So if you want to understand the retail business better, I would suggest, and I'm saying this with a lot of emphasis, I would suggest that you go over and check out what he's doing, because it's always interesting, always new, always fresh, good stuff for you. Also, we're going to move on to what I like, and I think this is kind of cool, and I've decided this is what I'm going to be doing in my life these days, is helping other people. And the best way to help other people is, boom, talk about their Patreon. So Quentin Boomer, Owen Casey Stevens, and even Raging Swan. I think these 3 are the best, Pathfinder focused, but these are the guys who are doing amazing stuff on Patreon that you should support. Toss them $1. It's $1. You can spend $12 a year to give people cool stuff, and they do cool stuff. I mean, let's just be honest. Quentin Boomer stuff, I hate that guy because he's so awesome. I want to punch him in the face. I know he's got a new baby, But he could take a punch, not the baby. I mean, the baby's a little girl. I'm not going to punch a little girl. What kind of freak do you think I am? But Clinton can take a punch. He works at a bar, so he knows how to take a punch. This ain't the first time for him. Owen's like my brother. I would never give him a punch. I give him a hug, a dap. I would never punch Owen. Raging Swan, it all depends. Those guys are Brits, so I think they're Brits. Yeah, they're Brits. So you never know with them. They might need a smack in the mouth. That's how it does sometimes. So moving on to the really fun stuff today. What's new on the scene? So this is something I forgot to do last night, which I'm kind of embarrassed because I was really excited about it, and then I got in the whole, as usual, down the rabbit hole, started talking about some stuff, and I got way late on some stuff. So yeah, so the quick tip about interacting online with angry strangers. That's what Max Landis. You know about Max Landis, the guy who wrote Chronicles, did some stuff, some good comic stuff. He's the hot new guy in Hollywood. They all love him. His father is John Landis. That's right, Animal House. Yeah, he used to go to a comic store down here at Tate's, and I still say it all the time. While the kid was a genius, I wanted to choke him with both hands. Oh, I hated that guy. He's such a pretentious little butts. Oh, but you know what he was doing. I can't front on that, man. He was good. But God, I wanted to punch that man in the mouth like you wouldn't believe. Oh yeah, okay. So next up, but the video's good. It's a good video. Don't get me wrong. Next up, we've got this James Gunn weighs in an odd Guardians of the Galaxy date lawsuit. If you've seen this, I just found out about this morning, and I'm reading this thing, and apparently some dude was on a date, and the girl was like texting, and he says, "Let me read this to you. Let me read this to you. This is the first paragraph. Earlier tonight, and this is on comicbooks.com. Earlier tonight, we covered a particular strange lawsuit in which the plaintiff in a Central Texas, not Florida, lawsuit filed a lawsuit seeking $17.31, the price of a ticket to a 3D showing of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, in damages due to a, wait for it, first date from hell. Well, from there, it only gets more interesting. And it goes, the alleged offense, texting throughout the duration of the film. The story's gotten to the point where it's catching the eyes of some pretty important people, including Volume 2 writer-director James Gunn and fan-favorite crew member had to offer his 2 cents. James Gunn's response, which I think is the greatest response ever. He says, and I quote, "Why stop at suing? She deserves jail time." We work in an industry where everyone's an idiot. Everyone's an idiot. But I love the guy who's like, this is the worst date, and I'm getting back my money. And like a friend of mine, my personal nurse, Indira, mentioned to me, she's like, you got to pay like money to get your lawsuit thing, with your lawsuit put in the court. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's got to be at least $30. And you think it'd be like, oh, I'm gonna put that $30 on top of this, so it makes like no, homeboy's just suing for like the $17. And I gotta go, you know what, man? I am behind this guy. I don't care what else says. Everyone else is like, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, no, this guy is smart. This guy was on a bad date. The chick was texting me and thing. He says, like, I want my money back. It's a horrible date. You didn't even look. You text the entire time. It sucks. I want my money back. It is about the principle. It is totally about the principle. But at the same time, I think to myself, his buddies are sitting there going, dude, it's $17, man. Let it go. He's like, no. Screw you and those $17. I'm getting my money back. I don't care what happened. I don't care if it cost me $50. I'm going to get back that $17. And that's what makes it so awesome because, he is screaming about the $17. He is. He is flipping out. Like the $17 is the last $17 he's got. He's like, screw that girl. I'm getting my money. She's not going to ruin my date. Now, while you're laughing and saying, this can't be true, I'm going to tell you, I was on a date very similar to this. I'm not going to tell you the whole date, but I will tell you this part. It got to a point in the date where I'm like, okay, and I said this out loud. This is not my interior voice. This is my Lewis Porter Jr. voice. I'm like, yeah, this date's over. This is fucking horrible. I don't want to spend any time with you. I got to get the hell out of here. And we're literally maybe 10, 15 minutes in the date. I'm already saying that. And then and we're at a restaurant. And I'm just like, I got to get the hell out of here. I'm like, forget it. And then she turns to me and looks at me and says, do you want me to stay until you pay the check? And my exact words were, oh, hell no. I want you to get the hell out of here. So this wasn't one of my most gracious moments. But I know that feeling for that $17.31. I understand that anger. So I ain't going to get mad at homeboy. I'm going to be like, you know what? Get that money, Playboy. Do what you got to do. It's a principle. Handle your business. Pop your collar. Pimps all the way. And you know, I don't know about. Look, I don't know about jail time or prison time, but I do know that that girl owed that man $17. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Look, Jeff, the courts are going to look at this as a funny thing to do for their day. Look, this dude is serious. You know what this reminds me of? The movie Payback, when the main character named Porter, which was Lewis Parker in the book, which I never understood they changed it, kept saying to everybody, I'm after this guy for like $47,000. And everybody keeps upping like $120,000. He's like, no, all I want is my $42,000. And he keeps referring back to, and people are like, are you crazy? You're trying to kill this guy for $42,000? That's not even really worth it. He's like, it's my money, and I want to get my money. And I respect that. I respect that little, you know, that's a little gumption. You know, say what you like. He's going to get back at $17. He's going to be a laughing stock of his friends for like months, but he's going to get back that $17. So it's about the principle, people. The principle. That's all I'm saying. It's principle bound at that point. Jeez, how you gonna go on a bad date, use your phone the entire time, and then think you're gonna be like stiffing my man on $17? Dude, that's a couple comic books. That's almost a trade paperback right there, and a crappy one at that. Just saying. Also, we have the trailer for the newest Transformers movie. Here's a little fact. Maybe you don't know this about me. I have not seen any of the Transformers films. Not one. And I'm not saying, no, I didn't see like any bits. I have not seen them. When they come on TV, I avoid it like the plague. I know they've made like 7 or 8 of them, I think. I don't know. 12, I don't know. I've never watched one. I like the Transformers as a concept as a kid. But the thing that I knew when I said, I'm not watching this for anything, is when I heard, oh, there's going to be no sound wave, which I'm like, well, screw that. I got to have sound wave. I mean, dude, that's just ridiculous. How are you not going to have sound wave? Hello, that's how it be. And then they said, oh, Megatron's not going to be a gun. He's going to be a plane. I'm like, well, I'm out. I am out of here. Deuces, out. And I haven't seen it. Don't care to see it. Don't even care it's about. I don't even know. I don't know. I say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. But people are loving this trailer. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll support it, I guess. Now on to something that is actually useful to you as a business person. There's the Overwatch anniversary 1-year thank you. Everybody runs a business. If you are in our kind of business, you need to watch this video. It's, what is it? It's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. How long is this thing? 4 minutes and some odd seconds. You need to watch this from beginning to end. And why you need to watch this is very, very important. If you watch this video, you'll see all the cool things that Overwatch did to get people the game popular and whatever. That's, yeah. But you also see the marketing techniques and stuff they tried, including stuff they did like Year of the Rooster, where they gave out cool new add-on costumes for your characters, and events they ran, and other stuff they did, and just how they worked the game itself and got it out there. And okay, well, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. From a purely marketing standpoint, it's a very smart idea. This is something I thought about for a long time, and I plan to do it with Legacies, is that to set up events tied to legitimate events, you know, holidays and things like that. A wintertime event, there should be a wintertime, you know, adventure for that. Independence Day, still believe this would be a good one. 4th of July, there should be a 4th of July one. Halloween, there should be a horror-based one. Just like that. It's not, and let's be honest, it's not a complicated idea. You just find that these events are going to come, tie up the adventure to it, and then boom, go with it. It isn't rocket science. So, I mean, they're very good for that. So also was Destiny. I think looking at Destiny and looking at Overwatch, you can steal their marketing ideas. They've got some solid marketing ideas that you should be stealing. I'm stealing them because I like to steal stuff that's good that I can use in other places because they're smart. I need to be smarter, so I steal from people smarter than me. Rule number 1, steal from people smarter than you because they know what they're doing. I'm just saying, you need to check the video out, look at it, and then watch their videos. If you're like me, I'm a YouTube fan. I have shows I watch on a regular basis. You should put in Overwatch, Dragon Age, Destiny. Who else am I thinking of? I can't think right off the top of my head. Let me see if I can go do this. I'm going to read some people off the list who are on my subscriptions. It's kind of important. It's good stuff to read. Batman Arkham, a lot of good videos in there. Daniel Solis, of course, you know. Destiny, Dragon's Age, Every Frame of Painting, one of my personal favorite ones. Gary Vaynerchuk, of course. Guild Wars. I don't always like their videos, but I understand what they're doing. I respect what they're doing. I like some of the ideas they put. Some artists, you know, like Jesus Blondes, of course, is in there. Mass Effect. Mass Effect has a lot of good movies. You can steal ideas and stuff they do with the DLC that you could be doing stuff with. Philip DeFranco, of course, because you know Philip's my guy. Skeleton Key Games has one. Ubisoft, definitely get Ubisoft. A lot of good stuff. And Watch Mojo. Tons of good stuff on Watch Mojo. But these are things you need to check out to look for yourself, to find ideas that you can start just using. You need to start using these things. They're important. They're good. They're going to help you out in the long run. I'm just saying, don't pass that up. And the really big piece of information that came out literally in the last 30 minutes, and I saw it because of Jeff Lee. Hey, thanks, Jeff. That Jeff Lee put it on this thing, and I'm like, what is this? What's going on? What am I looking at? Pathfinder, Kingmaker, computer RPG. What you say? So apparently, the guys at Paizo put together this video game, which I knew nothing about, and this Owl City, who I'm Owl Cat. I keep saying Owl City. That's a musician. Owl Cat Games made this, and then I'm reading through it, and I'm like, okay, it looks pretty cool. All the art in the video game looks pretty cool. And then I come across a piece that I knew. I was like, oh, when I saw this, I knew this is going to be awesome. The narrative design is done by Chris Avalon. Chris Avalon is a tabletop guy who got into video games and has worked for many of the major companies. He is amazing. He is impressive. And his resume on games is just ridiculous. And like I said, I know he's a tabletop guy, but I remember when he did Hero stuff. That's right, Hero games. He used to play Champions a lot. He was a big Champions guy. So I was like, oh, okay, this sounds kind of interesting. So he's doing the narrative on this. So I'm like, all right, so it's going to be written well. So let me just give you the quick stuff, maybe some stuff. Maybe if you don't know Chris, maybe you didn't know. He's worked mostly for Black Isle internally on developed projects, including Planescape Torment, Fallout 2, the Icewind Dale series. Then he went on to work on Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Neverwinter Nights 2, Fallout New Vegas. His most recent stuff includes Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition, and Beamdog Studios with System Shock 1 Reboot, and Night Dive Studios, and Arcane Studios Prey. So if any of those games are games that you liked, you might want to check this thing out. I'm just saying, this is crazy. I didn't know they were doing 2 video games. You know, they got 1 video game, and then they got another video game. So I'm like, what's going on? Are they taking over? So boom, something to think about, man. You know, I guess this is what's going on. And Paizo is now making that big leap. So, because a couple of days ago, I heard people doing this whole, oh, Paizo's going to go under. They're going to fail. Da, da, da. And I'm like, look, the second you get a video game property, they're not going to get all the money from it. They're going to get a percentage. They'll get like 7%, which is standard. But 7% from a video game is a lot of money compared to tabletop stuff. And you can see that tabletop money, you know, it's good money. But that video game money is some great money. And the guys who own the property that sell to someone else to use, that's when you make some great money. You don't think so? Ask Warhammer about it. Ask Warhammer how well that's helped them out. Please, man. Video games, that's where the real money's at. Make cool IP, transfer to another genre, video games, comic books, movies, TV, and then you make a bunch of big bucks, and you dance around the street going, I'm rich. You know, with the, ow, pay for that girl's college funds. Ow, get that girl. That's what you do there. That's when you're doing that kind of stuff. I mean, seriously, that's ridiculous, the money they're going to be making. So, I think if people thought Paizo was going to be in some money problems, I think their ship just came in. I mean, proverbially twice, because they've got another video game coming out too. And if they both do okay, good to go, man. Good to go. That's the business, man. That is the business we are in. So yeah, that's it today. Oh, okay. The last thing I want to talk about, I'm not going to put a link to this because when I saw it, I was like, well, this was not a surprise. So the big reveal in Secret Wars, Secret Empire 2 happened today. I'm not going to tell you on the screen because some people have not read it yet. But when I heard about it, I'm like, well, this is a bad idea. So, but I'm interested. I'm not going to lie. I'm interested. I want to see how they play it out. I want to see how they write themselves out of this corner, because they kind of wrote themselves into a huge corner, and then they try to do the backflip, which is impressive. But if you're not prepared for that, it's going to come off really bad. And I think it's going to come off really bad. And this is going to be one of those moments of, oh, this is going to probably be as bad as the Capwolf stuff. And if you don't know what Capwolf is, you should be thankful. You should be thankful. What video game companies would you like to do? Oh, New Exodus? Oh, God. I mean, I'm not going to lie, man. If I could, New Exodus, I'd want it to be like traditional role-playing, but it's like, okay, if I had $1 bazillion, I could pick anybody I wanted, and it was like, if they're going to do it no matter what, I'd probably go to Ubisoft. the reason I go to Ubisoft is I know some people at Ubisoft. So it's like, oh, I could talk to them, that kind of thing. If I just, if I didn't care and I just wanted to make, tons of money and just like, go crazy, Bungie or Blizzard, let's be honest. I mean, Blizzard has proven they can make a ton of money. So why would I want to get a piece of that money? They're gonna throw money at me like I'm a stripper. And I'll be like, yeah, take that money, sunshine. I'm just saying, man, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely pick. Yeah, Blizzard would probably be number one. Blizzard would be number one. Yeah, because even though I don't want to travel to Blizzard, it's kind of Blizzard. Yeah, I'm gonna say Blizzard, Ubisoft, Bungie. Any of those three would be perfect, and I'd be happy. And I hope they play. I hope you play some cool stuff. I mean, I hope you do some really, really cool stuff in it, but you never know. Is that rain outside? Probably it's Florida. Yeah. Oh, and before I forget, I didn't talk about this, and I sent a letter out, but I didn't talk about this. I want to thank the great hard work from Michael McCarthy. Michael McCarthy just did our Crisis of the World Leader epic adventure. Technically it's a 4-parter. It's really a 3-parter, but we have another part at the beginning. So it's a 4-parter. Just got 5 stars from a guy who bought it. He loved it, thought it was great, raved about it, and it was a great write-up. And I was all like, sweet, I am good to go. So yeah, it was a great write-up. I'm glad. A lot of people may not know, it's like Michael joined the team a little while ago. Jeff has been working like a madman for me for a long time. And Michael's really just come on the team and just really found his niche in writing adventures, which I think just happens to work out really well. And I'm glad he's another person on the team that I really trust and really has done. I hope I've given him enough space to him be as creative as he wants. And even with Jeff, I want to give him enough space where he can be awesomely creative. But at the same time, it's like we got to kind of do it this way because of this reason. And I'm glad that they respect me enough. They understand my bigger vision and why I make things the way I do. I just wish we could do more stuff, which I'm trying to do with this Kickstarter. But I'm trying to make smart business decisions so that when the guys say, "Hey, I need some money to write something," I have enough money to go, "Sure, let's write something. Let's find something. We'll do it real quick. Bam, we'll do something cool. We'll do whatever we want." And that's how I want to be. I don't want to be trapped in we must put out product. We must put out this. We must focus on this. I want to put out cool stuff that everybody loves. So there you go. That's it. So as always, thank you for stopping by the show. Come on by. Check our links. You can check our links in the descriptions. We'll have all the stuff there we talked about. That you can read everything there, which I think is awesome. I hope you enjoy the show tonight. I hope you enjoy this new format because I do, and I like it a whole lot more. It gives me time to talk about really crazy stuff. But as always, we got good ideas you can steal. Steal some good ideas. It's worth the weight in gold to steal good ideas. I've already told you that. Do that. If I knew someone to pitch to, you can pitch to anybody. I mean, look, man, you don't have to. If you want to be successful in the game, in the industry, and you want to pitch to stuff, just go up to the guy and say, "Hey, look, I have a great idea. Let me pitch it to you." And really, honestly, any pitch you give somebody, if it's really good, even though we may not like what the thing's for, we can always scrape off the serial numbers and make it for whatever thing we're making for. Or scrub out for somebody else and make it generic. I think I've told everybody. I think I've told everybody this like several times. Prime example: we scraped off the license, I guess the idea and concept for the Gift Yankee, and we modified it to fit our Patan and New Exodus. I mean, the story's pretty simple: racists enslaved by people rises up against the oppressor. I was going after the oppressor. That's all we did. Boom. That's the Gift Yankee. And what makes them cool? Silver swords. You know what makes the Patan cool? Black lightning. Find the cool thing, attach it to something you already know. Boop, you've got an awesome idea, and you can take it in your own direction. And let's be honest, anybody can do a slave race. That's nothing innovative about that. It's what you add to it to make it awesome. This ain't rocket science, people. Trust me, I know. It's kind of going to the concept of looting the horse. Yeah. Yes. Take an idea that's already out there, modify it as you need to, rip out the serial numbers, and then make it your own. That's what makes it awesome. There's tons of monsters out there that I like, but if you change up how you read the description of them, people will not know what they are. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You can do the same thing with ideas and concepts. Or if you get really crazy, do like Max Landis always tells you. He does plays flip the script. Tell a story that you already know from another perspective. He told a Star Wars story from the perspective of Darth Vader, and made like his kids, basically, Obi-Wan Kenobi is this terrorist who goes off and steals this dude's kids and raises him to hate his children, And now they're coming back to destroy him and the great empire he built for stability and safety for everybody. You know, it's a great story. That sounds even cooler. It's like, and he writes as a cop, like a cop drama. So I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So boom, there you go. You can do the same thing. We're not doing magic here. Well, maybe some people are doing magic. Uh-oh, Pete, what are you doing here? Pete, I got to talk to you. You might have to stay on after this. Pete, if you do not know Mr. Pedro, he is the true soul of Paradigm Concepts. Let's give it up to Pete. True soul of Paradigm Concepts. Coming to see us. I appreciate that. But yeah, there's lots of great stuff going on. You got to do some great stuff. I got to get off here. I got to talk to Pete and I got to talk to some other people. But I'm getting out of here. I will talk to you all tomorrow. As always, go here. I think it's here. Go here and check us out and sign up on YouTube. If on Facebook, we'll be right here. Also check out and link and go subscribe to our new Exodus Legacies. We're doing awesome stuff in there. I'm telling you all, you think I'm playing with you. When this thing pops off, you're going to be like, well, I didn't know he was doing this great stuff. I'm like, yes, I told you that for months. Who are you kidding? All right, I'm getting out of here. I got to do some stuff. You all have a good day. As always, kiss your parents. Tell them that you love them. Kiss your kids. Tell them they're wonderful. They need to hear that. That's a good thing. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Later.